Today, I would like to talk about leadership. Are you a leader or a follower? What makes a good leader? I believe that everybody is both a leader and a follower at different points in time. It just depends on what the goal or mission is. It is also imperative that a leader knows how to be a good follower. After all, how can you demand something from those under you if you haven't been there yourself? Good leaders are also educators, and to educate, you must know your stuff. Great leaders are also authentic. Be yourself. I like the term servant leader. Jesus was a servant leader. That is part of his power. Mark 10:45, "For the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve, and to give his life a ransom for many." A great leader serves the people under them. Part of your task is to educate those under you and support them as they grow their knowledge and abilities. You must be there to make decisions, but give those underneath you the opportunity to learn and hone their own leadership skills. Jack Welch, the former CEO of GE, said, "Before you are a leader, success is all about growing yourself. When you become a leader, success is all about growing others." Mother Teresa and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. are also great examples of servant leadership. They both played down their accolades and turned away praise while supporting those that they tried to help. Now, as a follower, think about what you can do to learn and grow. But as a leader, think about what you can do to help those underneath you. Philippians 2:3-4 further supports servant leadership. Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourselves, not looking to your own interests, but each of you to the interest of the others. Leadership also requires the ability to communicate. With communication, it is important to be clear, concise, and visible. Emails and messages are only a small part of communication. Show up in person as often as possible. Let your people get to know you as a person and see that you have skin in the game. Being present and willing to step in shows those under you that you are a part of the team and know what you're doing, not just barking orders. The Apostle Paul said in 1 Corinthians 2:4, "My speech and proclamation were not with plausible words of wisdom, but with a demonstration of the Spirit and of power." Think of other great leaders and how they talk to people. Presidents, prime ministers, admirals, generals. They all spoke plainly when necessary and let their presence support their mission. Another component of communication and leadership is feedback. Encourage feedback. Those under you may have a different view on a problem and may see a different way of achieving your team's goal. You don't have to accept their idea, but simply by listening, you have acknowledged their importance to the team and encouraged them to improve themselves. And you might find a better way of doing something. In the world of EMS, there is the idea of a feedback loop, which not only encourages teamwork, it also reduces errors and improves patient outcomes. We make sure everybody on the call is able to point something out to another team member that might have missed, and we also make sure whatever action being taken is within protocol, appropriate, and repeated back to minimize mistakes. If you are a leader, what skills have you developed to improve the performance of your team? If you are a follower, what do you see the leaders around you doing that you like and don't like? I bet those of you who are followers don't like leaders who talk down to you. Nobody likes to be talked down to. Ephesians 4:29. "Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen." I hope you see that some of the scripture I've quoted shows how you can be a good leader. Even if you are not religious, please be willing to have an open mind about religious texts. I have found that Jesus, Aaron, Moses, and others in the Bible are great examples of leaders, just like George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, and George Patton were great secular leaders. Let me know what you think. Have a great evening.